Hey guys, welcome to another geometry video. This lesson is on angles and rays. So we're going to start off with, just kind of some definitions, and then we'll move on to some examples. So to start off with, let's look at a ray. So a ray is a part of a line. Okay, it has one endpoint. Let's rewrite this. Kind of a bullet type statement. Has one endpoint and extends infinitely in one direction. And a misspelled direction. Okay. So basically what that's going to look like is, as an example, so this right here would be an example of a ray. So when we name a ray, starting with the endpoint, and then it's followed by another point on the ray. All right, so in our example here, we would name this ray, our endpoint in this case is this point B right here, and then the second point would be our point C. So we would name this ray starting with the endpoint and then kind of following our ray out till we crosses another point. So when we name that ray, we would name it with a ray above the two letters. So we would call this ray BC. Okay? So the reason why we start with rays in this lesson is because an angle is formed by two rays. So an angle is formed by two, I'm going to write this word up here, non-collinear rays. All right, so what that means is the two rays are going in different directions, but they're not both in a straight line. So our example to show an angle would be, here's my first ray, here's my second ray. Okay, so this would be DAY. So this would be angle DAY. Okay, so the different parts of my angle, so each ray, so ray AD is one part of my angle, and then ray AY is another part of my angle. All right, so those two rays are called the sides. So the two rays are called the sides. Now if you look, both of those rays start at the point A. So ray AD and ray AY. So they both have that same starting point, that same endpoint. So that common point that's common to both sides is called the vertex. Okay? So when we name the angle, we're going to start with one of the sides. Doesn't matter which side we start with. So let's just start here at point D. And we're going to trace our angle. So D down to A, out to Y. So we would name this angle DAY. And to show that we're naming an angle, we're going to put an angle symbol out in the front. So this would say angle DAY. Doesn't matter what direction we go, so we could start at point Y and go this direction. Okay, so in that case, we would name it angle YAD. All right. In special cases, such as this one, notice there's only one angle represented here around that same common vertex. So if there's only one angle present in a picture, we could call this angle A. So we could use just that vertex letter to name that angle as well. And again, that's only if there's only one angle present. All right? Then finally, let's talk about classifying angles. So angles are classified based on what their angle measure is. So we have three main angles that we talk about. The first one is acute. So an acute angle measures less than 90 degrees. So any angle that has a measurement less than 90 degrees we call acute. Obtuse is any angle that measures more than 90. But less than 180 degrees. A right angle measures 90 degrees. And then finally, one we don't talk about or we don't use a whole lot, we call a straight angle. And that's just basically a line. So that measures 180 degrees. And again, normally we just call that a line. Okay? And I'm going to stop this video here. I'm going to do a second video that talks about the angle pair relationships. All right, so thanks. If you want to click on the other video that follows this one up, feel free. I'll put a link to it for you.